What is up, everyone? Welcome back to the Hum Baby Baseball channel. We have an emergency HUMMCAST today. Emergency stream. Early pregame. Why? Breaking news. Thank you to Jason Corona from Corona Accounting Solutions for emailing me and letting me know about this breaking news. And it's something that I was starting to think might not happen. I thought it was going to happen. I was almost certain it was going to happen this year in September. But then Buster Posey was saying, nah, probably not going to happen. And, here we are at September 15th. And it just seemed like maybe it's not going to happen. River Cat still got one more series, but one man ain't going to be there in Sacramento. He's going to be in Phoenix with the Giants. It's Bryce Eldridge. It is time. It's Bryce time, Babe Rocks. Bryce time, FZ. You have to be manual with it in the menu. What? See, Hoffel, let's go. So super excited about this by Bryce Eldridge, who has just been tearing the cover off the ball in AAA. He is raking. Now, again, this is his first cup of coffee in the big leagues. That's what it's going to be. He's going to still be a rookie next year. Hopefully he makes the team out of spring training next year. Hopefully, there's going to be some big moments. He's going to hit a home run or two, hopefully here in the next couple of weeks. But I don't expect Eldridge to come out and just go insane or anything like that. I just want him to get some experience, hopefully help his team a little bit with the Dom Smith injury. But this is amazing news. And Bryce Eldridge this year, 25 bombs, 84 RBIs, 100 hits this year, and just 384 at bats. Okay, the batting average is not crazy. It's 260. He's probably not going to be a super high batting average guy, but he will be hopefully a big power dude with a big OPS, and he'll be able to get on base, work walks, and I've been impressed with what I've seen. I watched him in person a ton this year with the Sacramento River Cats. Just finished a series in OKC where he hit, I think, at least one. Yep, he went deep. Just the day before yesterday, he went deep, and he gets hits almost every game. Look at his consecutive hit streak. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He's in a 7-game hitting streak right now in AAA, going back to a home game September 7th. And in that span of time, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 hits in 7 games. So he is getting hits. A lot of people complain he strikes out a little too much. I mean, look, he's not going to come out the gate as a future Hall of Famer probably, but you know what? He's got that potential, and he's only going to get better in my opinion. So we got to give him a little bit of experience, just a little taste of it. Let him see these big league parks. And besides, we need the help with the injury to Dom Smith. Wild card race is eating up, and if we're serious about this, we need all the help we can get. Why are you going to leave a guy like Bryce Eldridge rotting away in AAA when we need help? Dom Smith is down, and this guy is going to be a huge help, even if he just plays okay. The potential, the potential, the pitchers know who this is when he comes up to the plate, and they're going to be careful. They know one mistake, he goes deep. So I imagine at worst case scenario, he's going to get on base, he's going to work some walks, and at least he's going to maybe give some good pitches to the guy in front of him because he's a threat. He's a scary guy. And especially, they put him down the bottom of the lineup, 7, 8, 9 spot. I don't know where they plan to hit him, but if that's kind of my guess, that gives us an extra power threat in that lineup where normally a power threat doesn't exist. So really excited about this call up right here. Bryce Eldridge, San Francisco Chronicle with just 13 games left in the season. The San Francisco Giants are calling up their top prospect, first baseman Bryce Eldridge, and he's a nice guy. He's a nice guy. No, he genuinely is a nice guy. I met him on multiple occasions. And I mean, he obviously wouldn't remember me because he meets probably a million fans a day. But Bryce Eldridge is the man. And I am pumped up to see Bryce Eldridge in a San Francisco Giants uniform in a regular season game in a race for the playoffs. Not just any game. This is a playoff race, and the Giants are getting their number one prospect. He may be used as a DH. He can play a little first base. Remember, he was drafted as a two-way player. Obviously, he's gone full-time as a hitter. I think that was the right move at AAA Sacramento. 248 average, 319 on base, 516 slugging percentage. But he's still constantly punishing mistakes. You know, a pitcher makes a mistake, he will punish it. And that's what I've noticed about him going to River Cats games. So really excited. And he was ready to go. He said last month, I think everyone wants to be up there and get a shot. If it happens, it happens. Obviously, I'd be very grateful for that opportunity. He's wanting this opportunity. He didn't want to finish the year in AAA. I was starting to think he might just finish the year in AAA. But I was so convinced that he was going to get called up. I talked about it. I have a poster I was working on that I was trying to get that whole team to sign. That was it in the very early days. It's got a lot more signatures now. But I decided to go ahead and have Bryce sign it, even though he hadn't been promoted, because I was that confident he would get promoted. And then I started to kind of think, oh, maybe he won't get promoted. But thankfully, it has happened, and this is a much needed. I think it's going to give the Giants a little jolt as well, and they need that. They come off 2 straight losses against the Dodgers. You can't be losing 2 straight games. And tonight, we will go ahead and do a quick pregame show. Tonight, the probables, Kai-Wei Tang. Kai-Wei Tang is 2-4, 7.54 ERA. He was taken off the 40-man roster at one point, sent to AAA River Cats, and pitched so well there. The Giants gave him another shot. Now he's in the rotation because of injuries and whatnot. The Giants are kind of desperate right now. We got Kai-Wei Tang starting games. We got Carson Seymour starting games. And the only 3 really left from opening day, because remember, we had Jordan Hicks at one point, and we have an injury to Roop right now. So all we got left really is, and they're coming off tough starts, we have Webb, Ray, and Verlander as far as the original 5. So Verlander's made it through the season. That's very nice. But Kai-Wei Tang, this is a scary game tonight. Not because I don't like Tang. I think Tang is a good pitcher, but you don't know. I mean, and then again, you don't know about anyone. We've seen what happened the other day with Ray. Couldn't find the strike zone. We saw Webb struggle, but that was against the Dodgers. So Kai-Wei Tang will pitch tonight against Zach Gallen, a very good arm. That's not going to be an easy one. And right now, the next game is a TBD for the Giants. I don't know if it's going to be a bullpen game. Seymour pitched, I think, out of the bullpen the other day, so I don't think that he's in line to start. I don't know what we're going to do. That's scary stuff, because last time we saw Eduardo Rodriguez, he shut the Giants' offense down. Now, maybe they'll be seeing him a second time and within a short period of time, and that's where I'm a little bit excited about this game, that the Giants' offense might get to him this time. How hard is it to throw back-to-back, shutdown games against the same lineup in a major league game? Not that easy. Eduardo Rodriguez has not been great this year, but he was definitely great against the Giants. And I would assume the next game we're going to see Justin Verlander. Could be Verlander in this game, potentially. I'm not really sure. But if the Giants want to pump it through quicker and go for a 4-man rotation, I would not hate that idea. We'll go with Verlander here and put it back with Webb. But then again, after Webb's last performance, maybe he needs that extra day. So maybe you don't want to mess with it. So I'm not really sure the plan right now, but I know one thing. My man, Bryce Eldridge, is coming to the show, and it has been a long time coming. So I'm super excited about that. Let me know what y'all think there in the comment section about this promotion. Bryce Eldridge coming up to the big leagues. Let's see some of the reactions on X. Susan Slusser, by the way, was first. I guess that's a big deal these days. Whoever's first got to get all the credit, right? I would hate to have this kind of job as a beat writer or whatever, and you're just trying to get inside information, probably bothering people all the time. Good Lord. But Susan Slusser evidently was first. Giants calling up top prospect Bryce Eldridge to help their playoff bid. This was 13 hours ago. I completely slept through this news. It is fairly early. Actually, it's not too early, but for me, it's early, okay? I sleep in. Bryce Eldridge, 25 bombs, 84 RBIs, 843 OPS. This swing will play. We get some highlights here.
A swing and
just a beautiful stroke. Very powerful. He hits opposite field home runs. He can yank them. There's an opposite field shot there. This is the one that happened the other day. This is just day before yesterday. And you can see he waits on it. And that's a great approach right there. And that power is just unbelievable. And there's a few more examples of the opposite field power from Bryce Eldridge. I think he's ready, man. And this also could potentially be the first draft pick since Patrick Bailey that's actually worked out, and that's somebody who's going to come up to the big leagues. And I should say first round draft pick. We've had a couple of the draft picks that have worked out, but first round draft picks have been hit and miss at best for the Giants. A lot of injuries going back to 2019 with Hunter Bishop. He's still with the River Cats. Then we picked a pitcher in 21. He's still down there struggling with injuries. And none of the guys have really worked out so far of our first round picks. I would say Patrick Bailey's worked out. He's not as good as a lot of people hoped he would be, but he is here and he's in the lineup every day, or almost every day. So Patrick Bailey, okay. Bryce Eldridge, though, can we get a superstar? Can we get an all-star from the draft? Maybe this is the one right here. Maybe this is the one here. So people seem pretty happy about it. MLB Network put it out here. There's Bryce. Hope he pans out in the bigs. Warlock. There he is. That's him in the, I guess it must be the Futures game right there. He's got the Emeralds hat on. Babe, wake up. Eldridge hype video just dropped. Watch him sit on the bench and Wilmer still be in the lineup. What did you say? I figured they'd make the call. He'll be a spark for sure. Guy's only 30. He looks 32. Dude looks 30. That's okay because he's not 30. He can look 30 all day. Actually, I'd prefer him to look 30 and be 20 because we're getting a 20-year-old with an unbelievable future. He could be good for the next 18 years, 18 to 20 years left in this kid. I mean, obviously, he'll reach free agency long before that. I don't know if he was going to be with the Giants his whole career or not. But he's going to be with the Giants on day one, and day one is tonight. I think he'll be in the lineup. I don't see why not. Fans will be pissed if he's not in the freaking lineup tonight. He'll be a DH tonight. I don't know if he went to Sacramento first. Probably not. He probably knew he was getting promoted after yesterday's game, and they probably went on the bus together to the airport. Everyone got on a flight to Sacramento. Bryce got on a flight to Phoenix. I would not be surprised whatsoever if that's how it went down. But either way, he'll be in Phoenix tonight. So good job, Bryce Eldridge. Good job, Buster Posey, making the move here. A lot of craziness on X right now. We got to be careful on X. Got a lot of insanity going on in the world. And what's going on with Ken Rosenthal? My man, did you guys see the viral clip of Ken Rosenthal to finish it out? He's doing an interview, post-game interview with the Brewers. They come out to throw the water. He accidentally bumps into the Brewers cameraman. He feels it, turns around, and he's getting a lot of hate right now. He turns around. Look, people say it's the death stare. The death stare, turns back. He does give him a little wave right there. Shakes his head. And people are saying he's shaking his head like at the guy who knocked over. And they're looking at this as like Ken Rosenthal being super stuck up. But I bumped into Ken Rosenthal before, and he's always polite. He says hi, and I'm just a regular fan, so it's not like he has to be nice to me. So he's always seemed really cool. I do think he was a little confused right here. I think that wave was like supposed to be a little bit apologetic. The head shake, maybe he was shaking his head at himself. Like, I could see myself doing that. I'm trying to give him the benefit of the doubt. Like, I would be shaking my head like, idiot. Like, at myself, not at him. Yeah, you would have liked him to run over and help him up and be a little more apologetic there. But I think he was just kind of confused. I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt. But It definitely wasn't a good look. This look right here, literally not a good look. Not a good the look of death right there. What's up, Christopher Byers? What's up, Darkness? And people jumping in a little bit late here. I've already pretty much covered it, but thank you for jumping in. Bryce Eldridge is a San Francisco Giant. He will be here tonight. I say here, he's actually going to be in Phoenix with the team. And let's look at what's left on deck. We did preview tonight's game briefly. It is going to be Kai-Wei Tang against Zach Gallen. I have no idea. Zach Gallen could throw a no-hitter or he could be out in the second inning. I have no idea, but I think the Giants can score some runs off him. But I also think the Diamondbacks could. I think if I'm a Diamondbacks fan doing a pregame, I'm saying we're getting to Tang. This is a good night for us. And the Diamondbacks are not out of it. They ain't out of it. If they're out of it, we're out of it. If the Diamondbacks are out of it, pretty much Giants are out of it. Because right now, you could see Diamondbacks are 2 games out. Giants are 1.5 games out. We're a half game difference. Giants lose tonight. The D-backs take over where the Giants currently are, which is on the outside looking in, but we're the next team up. And by the way, the Mets won their last game. Still 2-8 in their last 10. They're still free falling. This is, and I say this every series. I said this about the Dodgers series. Oh man, I got my man is here. I got the AC here. I got man here to fix the AC. I didn't think he'd be here this early. You guys have a great day. Hit the thumbs up. Hit the subscribe. Let's go, San Francisco Giants. Congratulations to Bryce Eldridge for the promotion. Thank you guys so much for your support, and we'll talk to y'all tomorrow or tonight for the post-game show. Maybe another pregame? Nah, we'll be here for the postgame. See you guys then.
He is stopping. He's going back. He's going to run down. Ball gets away. This one's over.
Oh, my freaking goodness. But I got the Twins signing Carlos Correa.
Jeff Passan has the Giants getting Chris Bryant.
I am taking the Atlanta Braves